This is the Reds POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Cincinnati Reds. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Good evening, Reds fans, and welcome to another edition of the POSTCAST, brought to you by Locked On Reds and the Locked On Podcast Network. I'm Tim Daniel. I'm a lifelong Cincinnati Reds fan. And I've been podcasting about this team for 5 years at publications such as Late Night Reds and The Riverfront. And I want to thank you all for spending some time with me tonight as we discuss the Cincinnati Reds taking an unfortunate 4-1 loss tonight to the Philadelphia Phillies. If you're just checking me out tonight for the first time, welcome. Thank you so much for having spent some time with me here tonight. Please be sure to hit that notification button here on YouTube so you can not only get my show after each and every single Reds game, but you can get Jeff Carr and Stephen Alfenbaker Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds. Today's episode is brought to you by our friends over at FanDuel. Football season is right on the corner. Visit the FanDuel app today and start planning your future bets now. On tonight's show, that was a gut puncher. There's a lot about this game that I need to just vent to for you guys, and I would really love to have you guys vent back to me and we can talk about it because that one sucked. We're going to talk about Gavin Lux and why they need a better plan for him. And we're going to show on a high note because I don't ever like to have 3 negative segments. We're going to talk about some fun defensive plays today by the Redlegs because there was that at least. All that, and of course, I'm going to hear from you, my everydayers, as we get into the chat. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we?
This is what you'll be talking about.
So, yeah, that sucked. That's probably the best way to put it. That's a really unfortunate loss. And Kyle Schwarber coming up there, you knew that was just going to happen, right? You just knew he was getting a home run there. Especially after how the 7th inning ended with Marte making that play at the plate to get Harper. You thought that maybe that was going to be a nice spark for the team, and it obviously wasn't. But there's a few things to kind of go through this game that really jump out. The first is obviously just the offense kind of going stagnant. They had 7 hits tonight, but 3 of those were Gavin Lux. So 4 hits from guys not named Lux, Andujar, Friedel, Marte, and Brian Hayes, actually. Getting the hits there. So we're going to discuss obviously Andrew Abbott being really awesome, like usual. 7 2/3, 3 earned runs, 6 strikeouts, no walks. That was something where, bingo card. Pitcher gave him a chance to win, cover that spot. And there's the Terry Francona decision making in this game that has a lot of us scratching our heads. So why does he leave Andrew Abbott in there? I understand that he was great, but you could tell it was starting to wear down. It was really starting to wear down once they gave up that double that tied the game up. And you're like, okay. Once Weston Wilson. Did anyone know who Weston Wilson was before today? Had the double to Gavin Lux, and Edmundo Sosa scored. That probably should have been the point where I go, all right, man, you did your thing. Thank you for so much. But you got to go. And Tito didn't do that. And there's this other thing that he's doing right now that really I don't understand. And it's this whole, he'll do these defensive replacements in games, right? Like there's a couple, last week there was a game where he replaced Brian Hayes at third base and put Santiago Espinal in. Whatever. But why is Gavin Lux not subbed out there? It's a close game. It's 1-0. Why is Gavin Lux still out there? Like, I get it. He has 2 hits at that point, about to make his 3rd hit. He does get his 3rd hit in the next at bat. So I know you can tell me on that, but did it really, obviously ended up not really mattering, but also if you're so adamant on defensive replacements, that's the spot where you have a defensive replacement. I can live with that. I can live with taking him there. But the throw also was that throw to Tyler Stevenson at the plate was also very bad by Kevin Lux as well. So back-to-back really bad plays kind of hurts him there. And obviously, it's a disappointing day. There's going to be a lot of conversation around that decision there. Like I said, you can sell me on hey, they wanted him to come hit. I get it. I get it. But also feel like that there's some options you could have done better there. Truthfully, and I don't blame Lux. I'm not mad at Lux. It's not Lux's fault he has to play left field. It's not. It's the Reds. It's the Reds' fault that they just completely want to put together these imperfect rosters, and they want to just cry poor, and they want to do all these things. So they just do this Band-Aid thing, right? That I talk about all the time, where they take an outfielder. They take an infielder and make him an outfielder. And so far, so good for Noelvi Marte. I mean, he's had some really nice plays. We're going to talk about those later in the game. But if we're really at this point right now with Gavin Lux, where we know he's a really good second baseman, and we're all about platooning, like we just platoon the hell out of everybody. If you're so down on Matt McLean that you're putting him down in the order, shouldn't that be a platoon? Shouldn't second baseman be your platoon? Lux against righties, McLean against lefties? I mean, isn't that something that kind of makes sense with what the Reds are trying to do? I personally wouldn't do it, but it's certainly a Reds move right now. And also, when Santillan comes in, again, Santillan's like thrown like 4,622 games this season alone. So there's that. But they need a left-handed reliever so bad. They need one so bad. Brent Suter threw 2 innings yesterday, and I get it. You know, I mean, they didn't do 2 innings, but he ended the game yesterday. They got the win in Pittsburgh. I don't know. No, and now we're stuck there. So just all around a really frustrating day for the Reds. But also on the other end, you can't be up 1-0 on the Phillies. You know how good they are. You know they can strike gold at any point. There's things they got to do there. But that was a game where it was really frustrating. And that was a game where they really left out the hang. So now we get to the things I just talked about with Gavin Lux. And this left field thing, it's not working, right? It's flat out not working. And the Reds need to make a decision and do something better if they really want to stay alive. We'll talk about that more right after this. This episode is brought to you by Game Day Hue. And so is this hat I'm wearing. For Reds fans like me, this one hits the mark. Game Day Hue makes clean, no-logo gear with team-inspired colorways for every pro and college fan base. It's about letting your colors speak for you. No giant logos, just smart, versatile style that works on game day and, of course, anywhere in between. You can get your Cincinnati Reds style colors like I have. You know, I love the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Cincinnati Bengals, Notre Dame Fighting Irish. I'm ordering one for each and every team I have. I can wear it out comfortably when I go out with the family to get some ice cream or just run some errands. It's perfect for me. And if I am on the rare situation where I golf, you got to go ahead and try out that split shave golf glove made for the golf course or the perfect fan who has everything. Right now, you can get 15% off with code MLB15 at GameDayHue.com. That's GameDayHue.com. The code even stacks on bundle deals, so that's now's the time to load up. Let your colors talk because colors speak louder than words. That's GameDayHue.com, code MLB15. August 26th is officially FanDuel Futures Day, a brand new holiday for football fans who live for the bold predictions and preseason hunches. For just 24 hours, FanDuel is giving you deals on NFL season predictions. So whether you're calling your MVP, eyeing a long shot division winner, or ready to crown your Super Bowl champ before week 1 even kicks off, this is your moment. So take a flyer like me. I'm taking Joe Burrow to win the MVP this year. I felt like he should have had it last year with the Bengals having that late spurge, and they win just one more game. We probably are talking about the MVP. Or you can crown your Super Bowl champion in August like me, taking my Cincinnati Bengals. I'm feeling it. Everyone's calling us out because of the defense. I like it. Or parlay your division winner dark horses. I'm taking the Bengals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm feeling really good about those teams. Visit the FanDuel app today and start planning your future bets now, because Futures Day is one day and one day only. FanDuel, play your game. Just so we're clear, I probably wouldn't follow my football betting advice. I'm not the smartest guy when it comes to football, but thank you all for spending some time with me, because this has been a lot of fun, and it's a shout out our everydayers. If you're just checking me out for the first time, welcome. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. Please be sure to hit that notification button. It's going to get my show after each and every game, but you can get Jeff Carr and Stephen Offenbaker on Locked On Reds as well. Let's get to our turning point, shall we?
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Well, that's going to be simply put Kyle Schwarber's home run, because that was the only thing that made this game feel inevitable. Gavin Lux today. We already talked about the 2 plays there. The Reds need another plan. I don't know how they get off this. I don't think they probably can this season, although they probably should. And we need to talk about some options there because, I saw Carter say, why not Miguel Andujar? He can't be worse than Gavin Lux. I hope you're right. He hits the ball pretty well. I like having both those guys in the order because they can get hits, but that's an option. Was the Futures game Sal Stewart played left field? I don't know if I want that, but with how stagnant the offense is, and it's not Lux's fault because he's certainly doing what he can. I mean, he's had 3 of his last 4 games, he's had 3 hits. So I'm not saying this part here, but there are ways to keep Gavin Lux in the lineup and not having him play left field. And a couple options are maybe you go Jake Fraley for a little bit. Don't think that's a long-term solution. Maybe you do bring up Will Benson since I have a comment about him every single day. I don't know what to do there, but maybe that's an option. Maybe you do Hector Rodriguez. Maybe he's getting to the point where it's almost making it undeniable that he needs to be called up. And maybe you put Gavin Lux at second base, you platoon with Matt McClain like I talked about. That's a conversation. It's a conversation I'm willing to have. I don't know if I'm dead set on it. I don't know if I'm in love with it. But there are some situations there where I feel like the Reds could potentially do some things. I feel like with how the offense is right now, so they've had 3 games in August that they've scored 3 runs or more, 2 or 3. I don't know why you don't give those 2 guys a shot. And that's not my job. I get that's Jeff and Steve's job to talk about that. But where I'm at right now is something's got to change. If the Reds, look, they're good. They're only 2 games out, right? They're only 2 games behind the Mets and for that wild card spot. And the Mets are in a free fall. We know they've lost 7 straight, but I think the Reds they need a little more punch, and they got to get something going. They got to do it before September. They got to do it before the rosters expand. But I don't think Gavin Lux is going to be the guy there. Hector Rodriguez is playing the outfield regularly. I don't know, what if he can bring something. He's got to be better in left field than what we have currently. And I feel like that's a guy that makes a lot of sense there. I feel like the Reds really need to make a move there. It's just can't just keep throwing this guy out there because things are not going very well. And that's not, again, like I said in the previous segment, I don't blame Gavin Lux for that. My blame is with the Reds because they just always want to put a Band-Aid on stuff instead of actually getting outfielders that play at the outfield. Frustrating day, disappointing because Lux kind of is going to be magnifying for what happened there as well. But, oh well. Hey, you know what? Instead of just being super negative all the time, which I don't like to do, the Reds do some fun things today defensively. And I want to talk about a few of those fun plays right after we get to our Locked On Player of the Game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
I'm going to go ahead and go with Andrew Abbott. 7 2/3, a 3-run baseball. You should win that game, especially against the Phillies, but your offense did nothing. So it was a lot of bad, but I want to at least talk about some 3 particular defensive plays that were really good today and were a lot of fun. So we'll start in the second inning. JT Realmuto smokes that ball down the line, and Brian Hayes makes that unbelievable diving grab and gets them out of first. It just looks so easy when it comes to Hayes. I don't know how he does it, but I can live with that with these offense, with hitting ninth in the order with a bad bat. If he's going to give us defensive plays like that, I'll live with that every day of the week. So that was awesome. 7th inning, Ellie makes an unbelievable play at shortstop to get the first down of the inning where he that was pretty nice. And then of course, Noelvi Marte has the unbelievable play where he has the double play and gets Harper at first. And shout out Tyler Stevenson on that play as well. I mean, at the plate. Sorry. Shout out Tyler Stevenson as well. Ball bounces. He grabs it right there and gets the tag down. Really good concentration from both those guys. Absolutely loved it. The Reds defense is obviously not great. So what is going on with my camera today? Good Lord. The Reds defensively are not grading out very well. I get it, but some nice moments today, and obviously bringing in Hayes helps that a lot. And Steer, we know all year has played a really good first base as well. So they have some positives there defensively, and they had some nice plays today as well. I will take it, but today just wasn't their day. And it's frustrating because now you're looking at a really tough pitching matchup tomorrow and an even tougher one on Wednesday. And, the not getting swept thing is certainly in jeopardy if the Reds can't find a way to get the offense going against these 2 guys. So we shall see. But with that being said, we will go ahead and wrap this one up as the Reds do unfortunately take the loss to the Phillies tonight, 4-1. Phillies have 4 runs on 8 hits and no errors. The Reds have 1 run on 7 hits and 1 error. Your winning pitcher tonight is Jordan Romano. He is now 2-4 with a 6.47 ERA. Andrew Abbott is your loser. He's now 8-3. And getting his 3rd save of the season for the Phillies is Orion Kerkering. Well, the Reds are back at it tomorrow at a regular time for a 6:41 pitch as Brady Singer takes the hill. And does he need a bounce back game? He is 9-9 with a 4.53 ERA. Going against Ranger Suarez, who is 8-5 with a 2.94. I'll be back around 9:30 or so. Thank you all so much for spending some time with me. Can't wait to talk with you tomorrow. Feel like tomorrow we're going to get a win. I know it doesn't look like it on paper, but feel like something's coming. Everyone have a good one. I will talk to you all tomorrow. Go Red Legs.